Good morning, students. Welcome to BSc2 Zoology class. So, in the previous video, we have discussed the changes that are occurring during gastrulation. Different steps or different processes that occur during gastrulation of chick embryo we discussed. So today we are going to study the developmental structures during different incubation period. See, development of chick according to the hours of incubation. Development of chick according to the hours of incubation. 24 hours incubation, then 42 hours incubation, chick embryo. So as the number of incubation, as the hour of incubation increases, the development of the chick embryo is more and more improving, right? So by the end of first day of incubation, gastrulation is completed. Gastrulation process is completed. So when the hen is laying egg, inside the egg completed its blastula stage. When the embryo is in blastula stage, the egg is laid by hen. After laying of egg, these hen, they give incubation, heat, they incubate the egg. Okay. After the end of first day of incubation, 24 hours of incubation, what all the structures can be seen in a developing chick embryo, that we can study today. Okay, step by step. So I have drawn the diagram of whole mount of 24 hours chick embryo. After 1 day of incubation, if you cut open the hen egg and observe the embryo under dissecting microscope, these are the structures you can see. Okay, so let us see what are the changes that we can see in this embryo, step by step. Number 1, the dark peripheral area opaca and central translucent clear area pellucida are distinctly visible. When you look at the embryonic region of the hen egg, or blastodisc region, or animal pole region, you can distinctly identify two different regions. Peripheral region is dark, opaque, and that is called area opaca. The central part, this is central part, can you see that? This is central part, this central part is translucent, therefore this is called area pellucida. This part, peripheral part, is dark in color, therefore this is called area opaca. So these two regions are clearly seen. So the moment you look at the embryo of chick after 24 hours of incubation, you can differentiate these two regions. Peripheral region is dark region, central region is translucent region. Translucent region is called area pellucida. The dark part which is present peripheral to the area pellucida is area opaca. Next point is a primitive streak with primitive groove bound by primitive folds. Primitive groove or primitive streak. Where is primitive streak? So this is primitive streak. Can you see that? This is primitive streak. And this primitive streak has groove at the center. And this groove is made by folds, primitive folds. Two folds are there. Because of the formation of folds, central part, gutter-like groove is formed. Groove is formed. This groove is what? Primitive streak groove. Primitive streak groove. So primitive streak with primitive groove bound by primitive folds run in the middle of the posterior half of the area pellucida. Middle of the posterior half of the area pellucida. Posterior half of the posterior half. So this part shows the primitive streak. From here to here, primitive streak. Okay? So from here to here, primitive streak. Isn't it? Next part comes the formation of notochord. At the anterior end of the primitive streak is present a thickening the Hansen's knot or primitive knot having a small depression in center, which is called the Hansen's pit. At the anterior end of the primitive streak, here, this head part of the primitive streak is thickened due to presence of more number of cells. Okay, so this thickened part, which is present at the anterior end of the primitive streak, is called Hansen's node. Or see, this Hansen node has a pit here, depression here. That pit is called Hansen's pit. From this pit, anteriorly, notochord starts to develop. From here. So the cells move inside and these cells move forward from the anterior head of the primitive streak. From the Hansen's node, the notochordal cells, they propagate and move just below the epiblast. Okay, forming notochord, rod-like structure. The next, 4 pairs of somites are present, lying in front of the primitive knot. 4 pairs of somites. So can you see them? 4 pairs of somites are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is first somite, second somite, third somite, and this one is fourth somite. So how many somites are formed? 4 pairs of somites present on either side of the notochord, which is present centrally. Notochord. On either side of the notochord, 4 pairs of somites are formed. Somites are nothing but blocks of mesodermal layer. Right? So these blocks going to be formed into the skeletal structure. So at each hour of the incubation, after 20 hours, one pair of somite is being added. So at the end of 24 hours incubation, 4 pairs of somites are formed. So if there are 10 pairs of somites, the age of the embryo would be 10 plus 20, 30 hours. So like that, we can count the age of the embryo depending upon the number of somites. Okay? So in 24 hours embryo, how many pairs of somites are present? 4 pairs of somites are present. Is it clear? So, somites are 4 pairs of somites are present, lying in front of the primitive knot. Primitive knot, they are connected with the mesoderm of the respective lateral plates. So these somites are connected to mesoderm of the lateral plates. Laterally, the mesoderm is extended away from the notochordal region. So these lateral extensions of the mesoderm called lateral plates of mesoderm. Lateral plates of mesoderm. So this mesoderm again splits into two layers, splanchnic mesoderm and somatic mesoderm. Okay. So these somates are connected with the lateral mesodermal plates. So these are few points. Remaining points. The next point. The neural folds have appeared in the region in front of the primitive knot. The neural folds in front of the primitive knot, neural folds are there. Can you see that? Neural folds. These are folds. Red in mark. Folds, neural folds. Neural folds have appeared in the region in front of the primitive knot. They are fused. These neural folds fused at the anterior end. Fused. Folds fused for a short space at their anterior end, forming a neural tube. They form after their fusion. Neural tube is formed. Folds have been fused anteriorly to form neural tube. The first part of the neural tube represents prospective forebrain. First part of the anteriormost part of the neural tube is going to be developed into forebrain part. Can you see? Forebrain. Anteriormost part of the neural tube. Forebrain. Okay. Next, in the anteriormost part of the embryo, the ectoderm has given rise to the head fold, anteriormost region. So this is ectoderm, developed head fold. See, ectoderm is present here that turns inside to form a fold. Okay, this is called the head fold. Head fold is formed by ectoderm. Okay. The endoderm underlying the ectoderm is also transformed into a pocket-like structure, the foregut. So this ectoderm makes a pocket just below this head fold and a neural tube. That pocket which is present just below the head fold is going to be formed into a foregut, midgut, hindgut. So gut refers to alimentary canal. So first part of the alimentary canal is seen just below the head fold, known as foregut. That foregut is lined by endoderm. Okay. Okay, next point is beneath the foregut, the walls of the aminocardiac portions of the cilium meet each other at the end of 24 hours. These represent the rudiment of the pericardial cavity beneath the foregut. Amniocardiac vesicle here beneath the foregut, the walls of the aminocardiac portions. So these portions meet below this one. These represent the rudiment of the pericardial cavity. They represent rudiment of the pericardial cavity. Pericardial cavity, they are going to develop the pericardium around heart. Next, proamnion is a small and comparatively more translucent region of the area pellucida. Proamnion, more transparent region of the area pellucida. Lying in the anterior region, it lacks mesoderm. It has no mesoderm. Therefore, it is more transparent than the area pellucida. Area pellucida, this part is having, bit darker than this one. This is more translucent. Here it is darker because of the presence of mesoderm below the ectoderm. Below the ectoderm, mesoderm is there. Whereas here mesoderm is lacking. Therefore, it appears more translucent anterior to the embryo. Blood vessels and corpuscles have started to appear in the inner part of the area of pleca. Inner part of the area of pleca, here the blood cells, blood vessels and corpuscles have started to appear in the inner part of the area of pleca, transforming it into the area vasculosa. Area vasculosa, here area vasculosa started to appear because of the development of blood vessels and blood corpuscles. Okay, so this is how the 24 hours thick embryo has been developed. Okay, and it has different structures. What structures it has, that we already discussed so far. Okay, so in the next class we shall study the 48 hours chick embryo. 48 hours chick embryo. Thank you.